If you're a civil engineer, electrical, mechanical, industrial, or any other engineer, and you are thinking right now that I want to grow my career as a project planner, scheduler, and you have no idea how to achieve this milestone, then in this complete video, I'm going to help you people that how to grow like a planner, scheduler. In fact, in other words, I must call it smart planner and smart scheduler. Well, my name is Engineer Waqas Ahmed. I help people to start their career as a project planning control engineer. And before getting into the detail of today's video, I would request you people to subscribe this channel so that in future, if I'm going to upload any video, you get that link on time. I must say something like either you are a civil engineer, electrical, mechanical, you might be working as a site engineer, or you have non-technical job, you have no idea what is project planning and scheduling. This video is giving you a lot of exposure. So basically planning engineer and scheduling engineers, what actually their job role is. Let's talk about this one. You can consider yourself as a planning engineer, as a scheduling engineer on any project. It can be building construction project, road construction, pipeline, MEP, transmission line, solar energy, wind energy, and any other project, right? You just drop in the comment section area on what kind of project you want to become a planning engineer. That is how I can connect with my audience. So narrating all that situation, all those projects like building roads, pipeline, MEP, they have a complete life cycle as a project management application. There is an initiate phase. In initiate, they are going to evaluate that building complete project, road construction project, right? They are going to evaluate the feasibility. Either that project is going to get them the profitability. Is it good to launch this project? They are going to get into their business value, their business case study. And right after the approval of this business case study or feasibility, they are going to launch the basic design or conceptual design to align with the client mindset, right? Once basic design is there, they are going to launch their tendering phase. They are going to hire one service company or contractor. Now the planning phase, the second phase is going to start up. Now within this planning phase, the contractor is going to utilize the detailed engineers, design engineers, and these design engineers are going to prepare their detailed IFC drawings on the basis of their conceptual drawings. And from this onward, once they are going to get this milestone within planning phase, they are done with IFC drawings, issue for construction drawings. They are going to estimate BOQs. They are going to estimate quantities. When I say BOQs, I will be showing you all that BOQ. Okay. Right now, I'm just giving you overview about this complete project planning control engineering job role, right? So BOQ, bill of quantity, in which work description is there, their respective quantities are there, their unit of measures are there, and then they are going to define their procurement milestones, their construction milestones, and ultimately there will be a construction schedule, right? So right now you can see that construction schedule on my screen. So that is what they are supposed to develop. And right after this one, the third phase is going to start, which is called execution phase. Within this execution phase, we are supposed to mobilize on the site area with all our manpower, material, and machinery, and we are supposed to start that work. The fourth phase is monitoring and control phase. And within that phase, all the companies are going to start, they are already in the work. Okay, the work is in progress, but our consultant, our site engineers are going to document each and everything. They are going to prepare daily progress reports. They are going to evaluate our project status with the help of that data, site data, right? So then the fifth phase is called closing phase. In this phase, either if project timeline is done, we are going to hand over that project. Conditioning, like project is completed. If project is not completed yet, we are going to make EOT, extension of time. So understanding this complete life cycle. Now project planning control engineer is responsible to gather data about complete project task list, right? This guy is going to consult with design team, estimation team, procurement team, construction site team, client, consultant, multiple meetings. And this planning engineer is going to get data on the table on any work project template. First of all, there will be higher level data, right? And we call that higher level data, level 1 schedule, level 2 schedule, and they are going to compile into different kind of deliverable levels, to which we call work breakdown structures. And this is not only the single job character, like a planning engineer is going to do all of these things alone. No, there are meetings, there are teamworks, okay, involved to compile that project WBS, to which we call scope baseline. Okay, on the basis of their drawings, BOQs, different project contractual milestones, the planning engineer is responsible to prepare level 1 WBS, level 2 WBS, level 3 WBS, level 4, and so on. Step by step, they are going to clarify how our project can be detailed with respect to their project specifications. Okay. Now, that is called scope management. Now, the second major job role of planning engineer is to assign the task list. Now, the deliverable list is done. We have to add the process, how to achieve this task list. For example, there is a building. Building is further broken down into substructure, superstructure, and further substructure into different kind of task list. We have to prepare the site, we have to excavate the area, we have to backfill the area, and then compaction, then steel work, then form work, and then concrete pouring, and then curing, and then backfilling again, something like that, right? So these are task lists. So now this planning engineer is going to find out their dependencies, their time requirement, how many days they require. So for that, there is very important concepts like resource availability, like how many resources they require, which is going to finally find out how much duration they require, their dependency model. So all these attributes a planning engineer is going to learn and implement on a real project to prepare project schedule, which ultimately is going to provide the information about our project work management, which is already divided with different kind of trades: design, procurement, construction, civil, electrical, mechanical. Then time management, the whole project timeline will be subdivided into different kind of like weeks, months, days. And then cost management, the whole project cost will be subdivided into different kind of like how much money will be utilized for design, how much money will be utilized for procurement, construction, civil, substructure, and then resource deployment. And then ultimately planning engineer is responsible to develop not only statistical data, because that is really complex. Planning engineers is responsible to develop visualized data like S curves, like histograms, and all that, right? So that is finally planning engineer is going to play a role of scheduling engineer. Now, there is another phase, execution phase. In execution phase, planning engineer is going to gather data from site teams, like how daily work is being done on the site area. That work done will be exchanged with the planning engineer, and now planning engineer is going to update Primavera P6 progress reports and prepare final weekly reports and monthly reports. On the basis of these reports, client and consultant are going to know about the project status. So that is the complete project planning engineer job role.